Hello, friend. You're watching Call Sign Trouble. I'm Byron Bullets, and today I want to unpack my Pride video. Let me preface this video by saying the Pride video was my first video, and it basically was the test run to see all the things I needed to do to get a video uploaded. So, my first attempt at editing, I'm sure that was painfully obvious. At the end, the audio went unbalanced and the music became louder than my vocal track. So I'm going to try and do things different and try to get better. Please have a little patience and let me know what I can do better. Put it in the comments. So let's get started. Like I said in the intro, I want to unpack the Pride video. In that video, I was kind of vague. I ran on tangents, which I tend to do from time to time. I am a combat veteran. My mind just winds and it spins out of control sometimes. Maybe you're here to watch me be a mess, a sloppy one, but maybe that might be an enduring quality that keeps you around. I don't know. This is my second video, so I am going to try and get better with each attempt. Your patience is appreciated. And if you guys have any words of encouragement or some constructive criticism, go ahead and let me know. Put it in the comments. My ears are open, literally and figuratively. So let's get to the story. I wanted to talk about pride because pride is the one thing I struggle the hardest with in my life, trying to be a better person. Pride is the one that I just can't overcome it. And I just thought it might be a good first subject, a topic, you know? By nature, I'm a busybody. I'm into a lot of things. I've been a artsy kid since I was a baby. So being creative, that's just my thing. Art is and always has been my first language. How I express myself. I have expressed myself artistically since before I could use words to convey my thoughts or feelings. And that being said, I learned about pride really young. The reactions I would get from adults and my peers when I was little was addictive. And I sought that kind of approval. Being proud came with that. I made a thing, I was proud. I want to show that off. And I gauged my self-worth based on the things that I was creating. Does that make any sense? And this kind of pride, I believe, is healthy if you can keep it under control, you know? Like, that kind of pride can shape you into being a good person in the world, a positive person, a contributing member of society, you know, or your family, your community, whatever. But I think that kind of pride is healthy. But the first time I took criticism for my art, I didn't handle that all that well. And that is ego, and we'll talk about my ego in another video. Let's just try and stay on topic with the pride thing. But I was too proud to accept the criticism, to accept the fact that these people I'm engaging with have the right to their opinions and their feelings. And I was too proud to, hear what I could do better. My grandpa once told me, smooth seas never made a skilled sailor. And I was never going to become a better artist if I didn't hear these constructive criticisms and hear the things that I could be doing better. I was too proud. I got over myself pretty quick, and I got over those humps that were slowing me down from becoming a better artist. And that was a life lesson I learned early on. I did touch on the point of when you, or if you, ever get to the point that you believe you don't need help, yeah, you're going to be stuck there for a while. You're definitely going to be stuck. And there have been countless times in my life where I was stuck in some way, shape, or form because I couldn't acknowledge the fact I needed help or didn't want to accept the fact that I needed help, and I dang sure did not go asking for help. That's why people make fun of guys who don't want to ask for directions when they're lost. And then we end up driving in circles, wasting a bunch of time when we could have just been like, hey, can you help me out? I'm lost. Do you know where this place is? We're just too proud to ask. And then we end up looking silly. Couples who, need counseling don't want to go to counseling because they're too proud to acknowledge the fact that they need help in navigating their relationship with someone they know or they're supposed to know. Too proud. And how many relationships suffer because they don't want to just go get help, That makes me sad because putting in the work is part of a healthy relationship. You don't always have to be happy all the time, but you have to be working at it. Getting help helps. God, that sounded lame, but it's true. So a few years ago, like around 2019, I found myself at a place in life where I was in a bad spot. Mentally, emotionally, physically. I was in a perfect storm of chaos. And this is a recipe for a disaster for anyone. Many, many people all over the world have been in my situation where, your support system is breaking down, and that starts to leak into your professional life, and that starts to suffer. Your relationship is suffering, your career is suffering, your friendships, they begin to suffer. And I found myself in that position, in that place of my life. My relationship was breaking down, and pride was a big part of why I didn't go further into the maintenance aspect of my relationship. My ego and my pride would not allow me to accept the things that were my fault in it. I almost took a victim's mentality about it, where I'm the victim. This is happening to me. I didn't deserve, things to be this way, when in reality, I am the reason why those things were happening to me. It's my fault. My actions, my inactions, the things that I was doing were having a negative impact on my life, in my relationship with my girl and my relationship with my friends. And the things I wasn't doing was having a negative effect on my life, with my relationship with my family and my friends. Pride. Too proud. Nothing's wrong with me. I'm just fine. It's everyone else that's got the problem. Pride can blind a person or skew their vision so bad that they don't believe what they're seeing, or they're seeing something else. Their eyes and their brain not connecting. So you're not understanding what you're seeing. You're not believing what you're seeing. Pride can do that. Has anyone gotten so angry they saw red? Like, pride can blind you that way too. So, think about that. And has that ever happened to you? Have you ever been too proud to see that you were the problem? It's okay that you were. You don't have to answer to me. You do have to answer to yourself. And you would be doing yourself a favor if you would learn to see it that way, if you don't already see it. I gotta be making some kind of sense. And if not, then I'm just a rambling fool. Maybe I could have gotten a little more life out of my relationship, or maybe it truly was done, I'll never know. And I'll always have a little bit of regret that, I didn't find out. Sometimes, I have regrets on things that, had I worked a little harder, coulda, woulda, shoulda, and ifs and buts, and none of those things do anyone any good, really. But yeah, I beat myself up a lot about that. I did have a lot of responsibilities in that relationship for how it went. A lot of responsibility. We'll talk about this stuff in another video. But pride. We're talking about pride. And that's how pride helped ruin my last big relationship. How pride ruined my career is another story. So basically, I was too proud to take a step back when I started realizing how unhappy I was at work, because I was unhappy at home. In my defense, I did think that I needed something to take my mind off of my terrible living situation at the house. I needed to stay busy. I needed to keep my hands busy. I needed to keep my mind busy. And I thought being at the shop would, keep me distracted from all that. And it did. It did. But, it started affecting my attitude, which started to affect my employees' attitude. And then the vibe at the shop started to go down, and it kicked off probably some unnecessary drama at the shop, and that would be my fault. My guys have responsibility in it too, and we'll talk about the tattoo shop in another video, but um, I was just too proud to take a step back, let the guys handle the day-to-day at the shop. And when I actually realized I needed to take that step back, I waited too long, and it caused a problem. So pride is a son of a gun, man. So I dove in a little deep with my addictions, and that was a way for me to cope. A terrible way to cope. Do not get into drugs and alcohol to deal with problems. That's just good advice, because your problems are going to be there when you get sober or clean, and those problems are going to be even crazier when you get to dealing with them. So don't do that. Bad idea. But I felt completely out of control, and I just felt helpless to fix any situation. Like, my relationship was done. Nothing I can do to fix that. At the time, that's how I thought. That's what I believed. And maybe I was right, but that just, it was hard on me mentally and emotionally. And then work started to suffer, and my use, partying, and just trying to be distracted. Life just got really hard to deal with, and it was my pride that kept me from asking for help. And one day I found myself in the hospital because it was all coming to a head, and someone worried about me, and which prompted the sheriff department to come seek me out to make sure I was okay. And they gave me a new shiny set of bracelets and took me to the hospital. And I talked to a doctor, and I felt like this person doesn't know me. This is a safe place for me to tell him how I'm feeling. And then it dawned on me, like, I can fix this. I don't need to be in a mental institute or a hospital or jail. I know how I can fix this. Like, it just dawned on me at that moment. And I looked at the doctor and I was like, look, listen to me. I know what this looks like. I know what I sound like. But I told him, I know what to do. Like, I know how to fix this. So I got to get out of here. And the doctor said, I don't know. And I talked with the doctor for a while until he was comfortable enough. I'm like, I'm fine. I'm going to be fine. You don't got to worry about me. I'm not going to hurt myself or others. I just need to get out of here. I have someone I need to call. And I said, please believe me. Please believe me. And so I got discharged, and I went for a walk. And I called up a really good friend in Oregon, and I just asked her if I could come up. I need to get away. Can I come up and hang out at your spot for a little while? And she's like, yeah, of course. And I got in my Suburban and I just drove. I drove from Arizona all the way up the coast. And, that was the beginning of my healing journey. And if I hadn't set my pride aside, I don't know where I would be right now. In that moment, talking to the doctor, I was taking a look at myself, and at that moment, I had acknowledged my problems. I accepted them, and I acknowledged the fix for the situation, and accepted what I was going to have to do to make it better. And all I had to do was just set my pride aside and ask for help. Changed my life forever. I also touched on communicating, which doesn't have anything directly to do with pride, but my pride is what keeps me from communicating with others, because I just don't want to trouble people with my problems or worry them. And that's the main reason why I don't communicate well with my friends, my loved ones, the people who care and worry about me. I'm too worried about my pride. And that's ego too. I can make a good long video about ego and how it pertains to me, and we will probably get to that. But while I was touching on that subject of reaching out to people, my good friend Cameron, he texted, "Love you, bro." Took him probably just 3 seconds. It meant the world to me, and it just made me feel like it was a blessing, and it was a blessing. It's the proof. It's the proof that I need to show that there are people in the world that care about me and that worry about me. And if you can just open your eyes and be receptive to your blessings, even the little ones, you're gonna change the way that you think and feel. Truly. I really, truly believe that sometimes I bring negative attention to my world. I attract it. Because I'm in such a negative mind space that more negativity just starts coming at me. I see it all the time in little ways. I'm in a bad mood and I'm late for something and I'm driving, and then, I'm just in a poor negative attitude mentally, and then boom, I hit a red light, and then it just makes me even more angry, and then you get past that light, and then boom, you hit another red light, and then it's all red lights the whole way, and I'm just ripping the steering wheel off the column, I'm angry, steaming mad. But I believe that I brought that negativity to my world. And maybe that's not a scientific reality, but that's what it seems like. And that's the kind of hell that my brain can, create for me. So, damn, I ran off on a tangent. Oh, okay. I get where I was going with that. So, I get so negative in my head that I can't see the blessings, the little ones, It would take big blessings for me to see a blessing when I'm in such negative mindset. And but if you learn to see the little blessings, you'll be able to see that more of them are coming at you, More of them are coming at you. And they come in different ways. These blessings come in different forms. And you may not even know that you needed that blessing, But you do. And it could be something as I'm at work and I'm out on the course and it starts raining on me, and so I become a negative Nancy. I'm just a poopy pants. And then, because this is the Pacific Northwest, sometimes it's only raining for 10 minutes and then boom, the sun will come out. And when the sun comes out, then you see rainbows, And you think like, rainbow, that's what happens, But if you look close, you see 2 rainbows sometimes. And then it's like, all right, I see what you're trying to do. I get it. All right. Thank you so much, for that blessing. Like, it's the universe or God trying to tell you, chill out, man. And I've been getting better at seeing those little blessings. And just like how I get into this negative, like, wind up where I'm just attracting negativity, I have been doing that with positivity, and like, it's working. I know that sounds lame, and somebody that's watching this might think that's silly, but like, I'm just speaking for myself. Hey, you could get into a positive mindset, It's true. Just a month ago, I totaled my vehicle. And that alone would be enough to send me on this negative downward spiral. Because not only do I not have a vehicle and I have to walk everywhere or bum rides from people I care about, be a burden, a grown adult being a burden on other people, that really wrecks my pride. But I got banged up, so now physically I feel bad. $1,000 deductible, and I was $2,000 upside down on my principal, so I had to shell out an extra $2,000 to get right with the bank. And but blessings are coming my way. It got totaled out and I got a pretty decent number for a payout, and that helped a lot. So that was a blessing. I was like, all right, cool. At least it took care of most of it. And then, it's just, you got to learn to see the little blessings, and they could be overshadowed by major things. So I almost spun out of control again on a tangent, but I got a hold of it. And yeah, I had to put another $1,000 down on a new vehicle. That was kind of well, that's gotta happen. So, but you gotta learn how to see the blessings. My credit had been going up and up and up and up, and I get into this new vehicle because I have the credit score to get me into a nice vehicle, and that's a blessing. And now I'm in a new vehicle. It's beautiful. It's everything I need in a vehicle, and it's sexy too, by the way. I'm not bragging, but I am proud of myself. See what I did there? So now I'd like to know how pride has affected your life. Has it affected it positively, negatively? I can't be the only one out here making mistakes like that. And just like you can learn from me, I can learn from you. Your opinions matter, your feelings matter, your experiences matter. And, I want this to be a place where we can have a dialogue. So, and maybe you guys can, talk to each other. I'm excited to know what you guys have been through. So, why don't you guys go ahead and tell me what you've been through. Let me know that I'm not alone out here. So if you made it this far, congratulations. You made it to the end. I appreciate you being here with me. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're with me, and that's pretty cool. I don't know what I'm going to be talking about in the next video, but I promise it'll be entertaining. I try to keep it poignant, and I'm going to try and keep it real with you. So catch me in the next video. Gotta get used to this one. Like, subscribe, comment. They don't have to be in that order, but just do all of those for me. That would be pretty cool. I appreciate you. I don't think I have anything worth sharing yet, but if you feel like sharing it, go for it. I gotta go. Thanks for watching.